Become the best marketer you can be. Do not just try to get a job. Focus on becoming the best marketer you can be. Think further down the line and try to have a long time frame about your life and career, because that is what allows you to make the right investments and decisions and sacrifices, because you can see a big future. I know for some people, you live month to month, day to day. You got to grind, you got to hustle, you got to survive. I get it. In that case, do what you have to do, but still approach things from the long play. That's the secret to life, is that you don't just come to me or to these courses or to anything and say, I just want to get a job. You will get a job easily on the pathway to becoming the best digital marketer you can be. And if we can just tweak that, it's great. And here's an interesting way to look at it. First, just be the best digital marketer in your house. Can you say that yet? I hope most of you are. I'm the best digital marketer in my house for sure. My wife may argue, but I feel so. I also believe I'm the best digital marketer on my street. That's the next step, right? Do I know everyone? Am I 100% no? But I'm guessing that because this is quite specialized, it's unlikely someone knows as much as me. Now, when I get to city, now that's where it starts to get interesting. Now we're talking maybe 50,000 people. Surely there's another good digital marketer there. And that's great. That's fine. That's my next big goal. City, then province or state, then region, then country, then world. It's okay if you don't make it to the end, but look at those milestones and see how that would help you navigate your career, whether you want clients, whether you want to work for a corporation, or whether you want to have your own unique business outside of services and marketing related work, but you will take advantage of the knowledge. Great. Nonetheless, what does it take to be the best marketer in your house? Not much. You can take Rich and Anish, you're good to go. You're the best in your house, probably the best on your street. Most of you here are the best on your street. Put a 1 in the chat if you think you're the best marketer on your street. And if you're not, it's okay too. But once you've achieved that, what would it take to be the best marketer in your town or city? Now you need to get those certificates. Now you need to get a couple clients under your belt. Now you really need to know some stuff. Maybe you've even done a project or 2 on your own, right? And then what does it take to be the best in the state? You probably worked for a big company for a couple years. You definitely made 6 figures as a freelancer, right? It's a natural progression, and it's easy to see it when you look at it that way. But when you look at it from, how do I get a job? It's like you're doing things for the wrong reason, and therefore every way you express yourself through that mentality is sort of just slightly off. Everyone can kind of sense it. If you just said to me, look, I need to become the best marketer in my neighborhood. I'm the best on my street, but I'm not in the best in my neighborhood. You know, what does that really take? Not a lot. Make a website, write a few articles, start a social media account. You got to do the stuff. Remember when I said be the best marketer you can be? It's going to be through doing the stuff, not through just passiveness. So I love it when people start their own website. They get the courage to go buy a domain. Silly maybe sometimes, but it's about just exercising the muscles, right? You know, maybe like you wouldn't go deadlifting or powerlifting on day 1. Maybe you go throw a Frisbee on the first day. You know, like sometimes when you're getting into things, you really have to make it fun and easy on yourself. Maybe you start a Wix site. Maybe you start a card.co site. There's all these places where you get very cheap free websites. You just practice the art of getting it ranked in Google. That is the first and foremost thing that every marketer wants to be able to know, is understanding Google. Why? Because Google is the world's biggest platform. Google.com is the most visited website in the world. So your strategy and thus how you learn digital marketing has to be related to that, right? Like I don't teach Snapchat anymore. I don't care about it. It's irrelevant to me because there's like 10 bigger places that we need to work on first. There's no way I'm ever recommending a company go Snapchat, right? It's kind of not the thing anymore, and that's fine. We adjust. Okay? So that's a bit of my intro. Just really want people to tweak the mindset, get a little bit longer in their thinking. 5 to 10 years, what does it take? Who do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? How can we focus on becoming the next better version of ourselves and letting the job sort of naturally match? Because I'll tell you, these companies would love to hire the best marketer in California, the best marketer in Belgrade, the best marketer in Paris, the best marketer in wherever. They want to hire the best ones. And when you are the best, it will be because you have a proof of work for both yourself and everyone else. It can be multiple jobs, it can be multiple projects, it can be an incredible one project that proves you must know something to have gotten there. This is the approach I like. You're free to take what you heard today with a grain of salt, adjust it as you need. You're good on the street, good. Next step, town. How can you be the best in the town? Well, you can pick any service and try to rank number one, and then you can sell those leads. I don't want to get into that, but I'm just saying, like, the best marketer in the town is ranking number one on Google for whatever they want. That's the point. Okay, the best marketer in the town might also have 1 million followers on Instagram. They might also be incredibly good at writing articles. There's various ways we could look at that. If you're the first ones, sort of the first wave here to kind of take action, should be very beneficial. Okay, just like when the first people to take on Facebook, just like the first people to start blogging, just like the first people to get on Google Ads. It's always great. Just be a leader, be an early adopter, be passionate, be excited about our industry. We are in one of the best industries. Trust me on that. I work with a lot of different people, seeing a lot of things. Everywhere I go, I feel marketers are smiling more. I don't know why. What's the lowest barrier of entry, product strategy, to getting a prospect interested in what we can offer as a digital marketer? And he noted as a full stack digital marketer. It's a free audit. Just reach out to people and say, hey, I have become an expert on diagnosing websites and how they can make more money. If you have 15 minutes, I can point out 3 things for you that would improve your customer flow, your revenue. That to me makes sense. You want something free, low barrier, low time commitment. You want to show them some value up front. And you're basically saying, here's what you should do. And if you want, you can hire me. I can do it for you. That's the general answer. Look, you're not asking an easy question. There's a lot of different ways. And you also have to understand that we are in marketing. The very nature of marketing is who can figure out the next thing. You don't want to be saying, how can I do what everyone was doing 3 years ago? You want to kind of, what you need to do and why it's so important to crush the learning curve as a marketer is you want to catch up to everybody so that when the next opportunity arrives, you can strike, right? Because maybe I can't strike because I'm doing other stuff. You can strike. You don't have anything going on. So when AI opens up a new avenue, you strike, you go for it. But you have to kind of catch up for everything else first. Right? And so that's why my programs are powerful, because I've been there. I saw every evolution of the internet. I was one of the first people on the internet at 12 years old. Maybe I was 10, 11, I don't know. I was accessing bulletin board systems through my dial-up modem. You call them through the computer and you can access this weird looking website. Nothing that looks like today. It looks like an old system, but you could see pictures and games. You could download stuff. It was the emergence of the internet. It was incredible. It was incredible as that age to log on, play this weird little game and be like, wow, I'm playing with people from my town, because these were localized, because you had to call in. People set them up locally. So every city had different people setting these things up. BBS, bulletin board system. You had to have somebody who was very technical at the time to kind of show you anything about that far out world. Okay, so I've seen it all, and I'm trying to catch you up as fast as possible. And I try to give you exactly what you need. And it's tough. It's tough for people to understand exactly how to approach all this, because if you look at a business breakdown, marketing has a huge percentage of the work and tasks and variations. So to be full stack is incredible. It's very valuable. It's good to have that title. Just to believe that you have that is great. It means you can do a lot of stuff for people. You can save them time. They don't have to hire multiple people. Back to the question, free is always good, but free can attract the wrong person. But I'll tell you, the right thing to be asking, not just that, is how can I get my offer in front of 500 people plus a month, a week, a day? Because what you'll find is that most people are just doing too low a volume to validate anything. If you would only just put up the signs on all the posts, if only you would just do the hard work, you might be surprised at what comes on the other end. And it's just a couple years of it, because suddenly then you have a reputation, then you have experience, and you have specialized knowledge. You could do a lot with that. You can get other gigs, opportunities, or jobs with relative ease. But that first part, to me, it's like, if you're a passionate marketer who's going to be the best marketer in your city, go tell someone that. Just tell them, look, I'm writing to you out of passion and determination. I will work very hard for you, and I will leave no stone unturned. I will help you in any way, shape, or form. Give me a small chance. And that's why also some of my new digital marketers entry level, the answer isn't Indeed and LinkedIn. It's Craigslist. It's going to hunting for small businesses on Craigslist and seeing if you can just help them and call it an experience. Like, don't put big expectations on it. But when you're going Indeed, LinkedIn, you're chasing world corporations who are offering remote gigs with good salaries. No doubt it's going to be competitive. You have to know when you're learning, and you have to know when you're earning. Learning and earning, not at the same time. When you learn, you forget about money and you submit to the knowledge you're receiving and accept and humble that you are not as smart as you need to be, and you don't ask. You give, you serve, you be a monk, okay? When you're ready to earn, you demand payment and you don't do a single thing extra. You see the huge extreme and contrast there? And that's important, because the person you're working with needs to know what kind of relationship this is to even maybe help you back. If you come to me to learn, but you're talking about earning, I'll just be like, see you later. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't talk to you right now. If you just come to me and say, hey, I need to learn this. Is there any way I can figure out how to learn that through your business? You know, you're opening a dialogue that's more viable. And that's what it means to jab, 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 right hook. Because a lot of people, see, when people come to me at Rich and Niche, they're a little bit older. They've done a bit more. They're trying to do something independent. They sort of have had the time to learn the good mindsets of being successful online, like giving, low expectations, just bringing value, not being a perfectionist, not worried about what other people think. Like, those are all mindset shifts that we have to go through as marketers. When you come in for your first job, you take this course, like, I don't even know what you think about money. I don't know what you think about marketing. I don't know what you think about the internet. I don't know what, like, there may be some missing mental frameworks for people, and we have to remember that. And it's hard that, because I don't know, you just jump into a course. You could be 18 years old, skipping college, skipping that, and that's okay. It's viable, but then you need to supplement your mindset and make sure you're rock solid in the head about how you perceive the world, why you're doing the things you're doing. What motivates you? What are you willing to sacrifice? I hope you're sacrificing something, because if you want new things in your life, typically you've got to get rid of something. What would be the 4 skills that make the most money in the world of digital marketing? Well, right now, automation is very valuable, but the problem is it's very hard to automate things when you never built the thing below. Okay, imagine you go to Elon Musk at Tesla right now and he's like, hey, can you go automate that process? And you never seen the process. How is that possible? So automation is a bit more intermediate and advanced. But that's kind of the thing. You see what's happening in this world, why there's so much software. All these businesses came to life. They all had processes. Technologies evolved, and we're looking to automate and save the money. It's that simple. It is all motivated by profit. It is legally required that a corporation seek profit, and therefore they're automating. And that's why we're all in this standstill where people are like, I don't want to hire right now. I need to see what goes on with this AI stuff. And that's scary for people to hear. But we just kind of need the dust to settle. But while it's settling, you shouldn't sit and wait. You should be skilling up. So I first started with automation. Why it's important? Because it's part of the global technology shift that everyone moves to automation in time. 100 years from now, it'll be very different than what it is today. Very few people will be doing what looks like work. Machines and people will be doing different things. People will need to do thinking, strategy, unique human elements. Machines will be good at those too to some degree, but there is a lot of complexity. And I want to add another word to your vocabulary, although I know you know it already. But when you asked me the 4 skills, you know what word came to my mind? Was campaigns. Don't worry so much about the individual skill, because that's what's good for you. You see, skills don't make money. Let me rephrase that. Your skills as a worker or employee are not what's making skills for the end company. There's something else happening there. It's sort of a mix of the skills and the company. What you need to start thinking about more is less about the skills for you and more about what it is the company's actually receiving when you do those skills. And what they're really receiving is a marketing campaign. So if I want to sell something, I should make a campaign to sell it. What's in a campaign? A lot of stuff. Words, pictures, videos, strategy, social strategy, traditional media, traditional marketing. There's more too. A campaign is an all-encompassing set of what we need to sell that product. So what you really want to be good at is creating a full campaign, because then you can walk into any business, say, what would you like me to sell? And they say, I'd like you to sell this, whatever this is. What is this? It's a digital camera for kids. And you say, okay, I'm going to create a campaign around that. First, I'm going to start strategizing around who wants what you're selling. Who would want a digital camera for kids at 3 years old? Parents. Kids don't spend money. The parents buy. Okay, so now I'm targeting parents with 3-year-olds. How do I find them? And what do those people want to see here before they buy this? So I'm going to need a web page, product page, sales page, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to need probably a video that's like a commercial or a promo. I need any content from my ads or my organic content. So basically I gave you the answer just now. It's whatever's inside that you can make the bigger deliverable. Let me give you a better metaphor. Would you rather be able to build cars or build engines? Would you rather be able to build houses or decks or a bathroom? Now, no doubt you could make some money selling bathrooms, but you get where you really want to go by selling houses or building houses and cars. The ability to make the bigger thing is what's really valuable, because now you are a human managing complexity, the project, the deliverables, the time. That's not easy for AI to replace that anytime soon. You can't automate that because we're in real time, real world reactivity, right? We have to feel the market sometimes. We have to make changes on the fly. Not always, but if you can kind of get your head around like, what is the biggest deliverable I can offer a business, whether you're getting a job or clients, that's a great way to think about it. Instead of saying, I learned copy, where's my money? Say, I learned copy so that I can go and create sales pages, which are 5,000 plus word intensive long form sales letters. I learned copywriting so I can go do incredibly good and effective Facebook ads. I learned copywriting so that I can make a video sales letter and write the script. So it's the output that I want you to connect with, not the input. Keep doing the input, but ask me about the output if you want to understand what makes money. Okay, if you liked that video, give it a thumbs up so you get more of it in your feed from Rich and Niche, and I hope you're subscribing to the channel by now. Leave me a comment below if you've got questions, but if you want to watch the full live stream where that clip just came from, it's up here. I linked it for you directly. No lazy uploads here. And for those of you who are just beginners, who need something a little bit more foundational and just found me for the first time, I highly recommend this video here, one of our more popular videos to get you started. See you guys in the next video.